Joining me is Steve Lattin, the head equipment manager for the Charlotte Checkers. They call you Seve. Why do they call you Seve?
Because my favorite golfer was Seve Ballesteros.
All right. Now, you have a long storied career in pro hockey. Started in the 80s with the Detroit Red Wings. You went on to work for Hartford and then eventually with the Pittsburgh Penguins, which is probably the greatest chapter of the story thus far. 2 cups with Pittsburgh. What was that like?
It's something that, myself being from Detroit and always watching Hockey Night in Canada, and the biggest thrill for me was always seeing that deciding game when they were going to present the Stanley Cup. And when it got to be my turn, I didn't know what to do. It just happens. There's so many emotions that go through your body at that time. You laugh, you cry. You cry most of the time. The first one you win, you cry all the time. But when Paul Coffey gave me that cup in Minnesota, it was quite a thrill.
A lot of people don't quite understand the work it takes to put that show on, to put those guys on the ice, the hours that are involved. I would say in all of sports, nobody works harder than the equipment staff for a professional hockey team. From day to night, you go sometimes without sleeping, don't you?
Yeah, that's the business. You know what you're getting into, but you're still always going to gripe about it. I mean, just like right now, Davey Paul and I have moved this equipment 6 times in the last 7 days, and it's the job, and we understand that, but we still got to get our feelings out there. When everyone else is taking off watching the Super Bowl, we're lugging equipment.
And what fans may not realize is you're going from Time Warner Cable Arena, going to Extreme Ice Center to practice. You have to come back here to have games, because you rarely get a chance to actually practice in this building.
Yeah, we never practice here.
If you go through the litany of players that you had, from Steve Yzerman, Ron Francis, Mario Lemieux, Jaromir Jagr, Tom Barrasso, your winning goaltender in Pittsburgh, and the list goes on. Paul Coffey you mentioned as well.
Yeah.
Can you give us the one thing that you think may string those guys together that made them who they were? I mean, we're talking about some of the greatest to ever have played.
They were winners. They were winners. No matter how many times people would say, Pittsburgh was a country club, we didn't practice hard, we didn't do this. But I'll tell you what, at 7:30 when they dropped the puck, that team they were afraid to play against us.
All right, my final question for you will be, it's pretty simple. You're standing here now as the head equipment manager for the Charlotte Checkers inside the Canes organization. I know you've really grown to love these guys. What would it mean for you and for your staff to go all the way to the Calder Cup Finals and to win that championship?
It would be just like winning the Stanley Cup. I'm trying to explain to these guys day by day, it's, when you have the moment, you got to seize the moment, because it doesn't always come every day. You get a chance, you have to kick the door down when you get the chance, or it may never come back again. And it'll haunt you. It'll literally haunt you. That year in '93 still haunts me that we didn't win the Cup that year.
Let's hope the moment belongs to the Charlotte Checkers as the year goes on. Seve, thanks for doing this.
It's their moment in time, let me tell you.